Yeah, buddy. Hello. Sorry that, why is that off? There we go. I don't know why that was off. Hello. Totally not scuffed beginning. But, sorry I took a minute. I was, going to use the laboratory for a quick moment before I had gotten started. Move this. Yeah, it's good enough. Alright. But hello, Fuki. Hello, anyone else that's there? I assume there's someone else. But alright, let's go ahead and get started. I do believe... Don't quote me, chat. Please don't quote me. Quoting me never leads to anything good. But I think we can finish this chapter today. Because so far it's been following the events of chapter 2, but it's from Shion's perspective. And I think this is around the time when chapter 2 was wrapping up. Like, we was getting to the climax and all that, so maybe we can finish it today. El baño, yes. Oh? I was having such a... Wait. Oh, no! Did I do it again? No! I forgot to save again. Chat, don't grill me. Chat, please don't grill me. It's listen. Chat, listen. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. I might have forgotten to skip, but you know. I'm listening. It'll only take a second to get back to where we were. Promise. I don't know how I forgot to say it again. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like comically stupid of me. I'm out of bits, but imagine me playing the Jeopardy song. I gotcha. Oh, man, I can't believe I did that. Man, that is unfortunate.
どこの図書館も似たようなもんだ。そういえば、しかもその上、ひょっとして。
Okay, we're pretty close to where we were. Just gotta skip over.
いや、そんな、二股。そうなのか？じゃ。
Yeah.
あれ？
誰も一応今日の会合。
村長、そろそろ始めますかい。村長。よろし。
申し訳ない。カーテンお料
よろしくお願い。大変か
なんちゅうことを。あれすってらんこったになるね。バチ当たりどもんが。
I like how some of the voice
まだ
lines
た
just
たりは
play
そして
completely.
すでに前原圭一も例外ではありません。この後
じゃあやるかな。
Okay, we're almost there, Chad. We're almost there.
よし。
We've just got to learn the value of
ミオンと
patience.
シオンなんて区別自体が
virtue.
何の
So how's y'all's day
シオン
been?
ちゃん。バチや。そう。
How's y'all's day been?
傘
そう。それからシオンちゃんで3枚だと聞いてたよ。
Oh, brother.
鬼
They're gonna grow me on YouTube.
そしてあなたはその蔓延でいぶされた汚れた思考に汚染された迷信盲信。許せない。お前のような存在が許せない。お前のような奴がサトシ君たち一家を追い詰め過去にこのひなみ沢では毎年綿流しの夜にお社様のたたりということにして誰かを殺してもいい土壌がいつの間にか作り上げられているんです。
Come on.
おい、聞いて。
こ、み、では、君よ、これから、じゃあ、死んでる。
Almost.
警察。
私、
うわ、生き、
私、
警察。シオンちゃんだって、
Almost.
いろいろ。
怖い。
それ、
どこかの山中に埋めるくらいなら、サトシく
Me when I yell into the void.
ーん生きるよ。嘘だーお前じゃなく私が見よんだったら、
Alright, Sharon, calm down. Okay. Now we're back to where we were. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Alright. Poggies. PogChamp, now we're in here. Well, now we're in it.
あれれみーちゃんもなんだか寝不足な感じだよ。
寝たの3時くらいだからね。
Oof.
眠い。
3時？おいおい、夜更かしにも限度ってもんがあるぞ。大方、漫画の単行本が面白くなっちゃって、一巻から読破してしまったんだろう。俺にも経験があるぞ。
あれひょっとして村長さんのこと？まだ見つかってないの？
I went to the Faraday Shrine to join the youth group in their search for the mayor. Since I knew there was no way he would be found, it was really boring for me. Well, just enduring sleepiness wasn't that bad. Not if you considered what Kimiyoshi had to go through since last night. He had been hanging from the ceiling and couldn't even fall asleep or sit down, since he had to stay on tiptoes for the whole time. Jesus Christ. Is he alive? I don't... At his age, I don't know if he could stand that. The teacher explained to us that the mayor had gone missing, and asked us if we knew anything. A couple of people said some things, but they were irrelevant. To me, this issue meant nothing, but it was all my classmates were talking about. I observed Keiichi Maibara. I had no idea if any type of danger was drawing closer to him. Maybe I'd call him again tonight, pretending to be Shion. Wait, Shion? What? I told him some outrageous stuff last night, so he panicked. But I was sure he'd calm down after a day. At that time, I heard a little girl's laughter. It was Rika Faraday, the last survivor of the Faraday family and their current head. However, she wasn't really treated as one. During the family councils, she'd often draw pictures or take a nap in the hag's bed. Hey, Golden. Hey, Ruby. I'm glad that you joined now instead of earlier during this stream when I forgot to save, so I had to skip over an entire subchapter. But yes, we are on... Hey, Golden. Hey, Ruby. We are on Chapter 5. Kakashi Hatake from Naruto Shippuden. Anyways, we're on Chapter 5. And... Shion is pretending has Mion locked up in the cell, along with Kimiyoshi, the mayor. She has them both locked up, and she's kind of just pretending to be Shion. I think her goal was to, like, find out everything that's happening so she can avenge Satoshi. I love this chapter so much. It brings so much light. It's been interesting because, Ruby, maybe you could confirm what I've been thinking. Well, I don't even know if you need to confirm this, but basically from what I've seen, this is just chapter 2, but from the perspective of Shion. Like, it's literally the same chapter, but we're going through it with Shion's perspective. And it actually introduces some interesting twist. Like, the mayor actually being, like, not a good person. And, in fact, that Shion was the one that made the mayor go missing in the first place. And that Shion was actually Mion during some of these school segments that we didn't know. I'm here for like 10 to 15 minutes before I return back to my coffin. Hey, Will, please go follow Will. She's awesome. Yes, it is. I won't spoil anything, but yes, that's what the game's implying. You'll see it even more later, so it's not a spoiler. Got you. How are you so fast? So, nothing much. We're just reading more of Chapter 5 today. Glad y'all made it. Good to see y'all. And thank you for granting us with your presence, Will, before you return back to your coffin. We love to have you, and you know it. But anyways, during the family councils, she'd often draw pictures or take a nap in the hag's bed. She wasn't even invited to last night's meeting. Oh, my husband, thank you. It's my Halloween coffin for only October. I don't know if I could sleep in a coffin. No. No. That I would have a panic attack. It was hard to believe such a little girl was responsible for part of the curse system. However, even though she wasn't in a respected position as the head of the Faraday family, there were plenty of old people who worshipped her as the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. I'd heard from someone that Rika Faraday was rather odd, and seemed to behave as if she knew she was that reincarnation. What if my message was like, screw Higurashi? Yeah, like Golden said, that's your opinion. I do have a couple of gripes with Higurashi, but I'll save that for like. Would you guys be interested in like me making like a YouTube video of just like my review of Higurashi, maybe? Yeah, for the end of the whole novel. I'm thinking about making my own review for it, but I'm not really smart, so it's just gonna come out as a bunch of gibberish. But I do have some gripes with it, but there's some parts that I really love, so yeah. Maybe Takano-san had told me that at the library when she was alive. Higurashi is my top 3 anime, but whenever I introduce people to it, I'm like, there's stuff. You don't need to be smart to review, right? You kind of have to know what you're talking about, I think. But, yes, make the video. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess that's what I'll do then. The game is better, of course. I don't know, I feel like I'll save my opinion until after I'm finished. I don't want to say anything objective until I'm done. Okay. When Rika Faraday became worried about something, the elderly people who worshipped her would make arrangements. It was very similar to the Sonozaki family, and it was also the same system as used for the curse. Oh wait, have you seen the anime? I've not seen, no. I've only been playing the game. I've not seen the anime, but I've had people tell me that the anime is a bit faster paced, which is what I was about to say. Was like, the game's kind of slow. Like, it's really damn slow at times. like really slow. Finally getting to answer chapters means it'll ramp up. True. It is very similar to the Sonozaki family, and it was also the same system as used for the curse. I don't think the anime is bad at all. I just really enjoy how in-depth games go. The anime is faster paced, which honestly is what's needed, so I don't hesitate to recommend the anime to people who want to start off. Yeah, the anime is like so much faster. VNs tend to be super slow, honestly. Now, okay, here's the thing. With most VNs, that's good, because it gives like more build-up and stuff. Like, for a series like, let's say, Fruit of Grisaia, that works amazing for the VN. I always say the anime for Fruit of Grisaya is dog shit because it is so fast and skips over so much stuff that you don't even know where you are. So I always say, if you want to get into Grisaya, read the visual novels, avoid the anime. It was very similar to the Sonozaki family, and it was also the same system as used for the curse. I wonder, does Rika Faraday know anything about the deaths of Takano-san and Tomitake-san? What does she think of the people sneaking into the ritual storehouse? Does she know who snuck in and what happened to those people? I think I haven't actually watched any animes apart from Higurashi. I've only watched the Grisaya anime, and compared to the visual novel, it is terrible. It is terrible. The visual novel's great. That's like top 3. The Grisaya is like, we love it. If it's not obvious from the follower emotes, we really love Grisaya here. As the one managing the storehouse, it was possible that she noticed the intruders first. In fact, she was the only one who could have noticed it. She must have passed on that information, which was why the curse was executed. That foolish Keiichi turned the light on when we went to the ritual storehouse. I will say, real quick, this chapter has been my favorite so far. Like, I've loved this chapter. I've not really had any negative moments for me in this chapter. It's not really felt like slow compared to the other chapters. It's been pretty fast paced. This chapter has, in my opinion. And the MC is a lot more enjoyable. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't like Keiichi. I hate Keiichi with a burning passion. I think he's unbearable. So playing through the perspective of Shion has been a lot more enjoyable. Man, what a reveal. I know, right? It's not like I've been saying I hate Keiichi every damn stream. But I hate Keiichi. I can't stand him. Like I really can't. He's unbearable. He's annoying as fuck. So playing through Shion has been very enjoyable. It's my favorite, honestly. Probably the later chapters I'm a huge fan of, just in general. Yeah, I really liked it, so I'm interested to see how this wraps up, to be honest. Yeah, later chapters are truly a trip. That light switch could have been connected to some kind of an alarm. Rika Faraday, the leader of the Faraday family. I do like Keiichi, but it's mainly because I tend to tune out all the gross stuff Higurashi inputs randomly. Aside from that, he's still a lot. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't stand him. Satoshi! Now listen, Ruby. We have been to the point where we've seen, like, Satoshi in the past. That guy is awesome. I love Satoshi. Replace Keiichi with Satoshi. I can't stand Keiichi. Satoshi's awesome. Remember coming here the first time when someone said they stopped at the question chapters, and I was like, wait, no, you get no answers. You got more macarons? Let's go, Golden. Maybe getting to know her would be a good idea. Share with the class.
フルデ家当主として今回の件はどこまで知ってるの?
Shion, you're gonna get absolutely no answers from her. She's gonna go. I'm in this game's head. Her next line is gonna go, me. I asked her rather directly. It was hard to tell if she understood I was asking her in place of the Sonozaki family head, instead of as Mion Sonozaki.
富武たちのことですか?
Shit. I thought I was gonna be dead on. I mean, if you ask my favorites, I'd probably put Mion, Satoko, Rika, Shion, and Rina first, but Satoko is second, but she's like a fetus. I don't mind Satoko. I actually don't. I've actually felt pretty bad for Satoko after chapter 3. So she's not like unbearable for me. She's not Keiichi level. Dear God. Rika answered. Well, not really. To be fair, Mion's my fave. I don't know. Yeah, she goes through a lot, but yeah, she ain't Keiichi level yet. No. But like, Mion's just evil to me. Of course, I've read 4 chapters and I'm only on the 5th chapter, so I don't know Mion's Avengers origin story, but like, she kind of just seems like an evil bitch so far. I tend to go on my favorite is Shion so far. The news hadn't been made public, yet she knew about it. Although she looked immature, perhaps she truly was the head of the Faraday family.
お社様のたたりなのですよ。としか言えないのです。
Justice for Mion? I don't know, man. It's just kind of evil for me so far. Back off, Motra. I already said Shion best girl. Golden, but we also agree that Sachi is best girl. You can't... 2 people can have the same opinion, Golden. Thank you for the hydrate. Consume life juice. I called Sachi? Okay.
そんなのは分かってるよ。ならまだ終わってないよね。
You can have JB. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I'm chill with that. I'm good with it.
あと2人残っている。
Mion can be crazy, but I want you to give Shion on that chair and think again. Man. That's a joke, Shion is amazing. Oh, Lord.
その2人はどうなるか聞いてる？
I need to go lay down, but I'll be back later. No problem, Fuki. Thank you for joining, and hope to see you if I'm still streaming. Thank you. I mean, they're better than Reina. I don't... See, Soldier... I was talking to Soldier in DMs, and he said he really doesn't like Reina either. I don't get the Reina hate. Like, Reina's up there for me. I think her character's interesting. Because she's kind of like a blind follower of Oyashiro. I don't really hate Reina as much as others seem to. Did you not see the... Yes, I seen the first chapter, but like... I don't know. I think she's an interesting character. I don't hate her. Beyond, like... with Reina, you could argue that she's got some kind of, like, psychological disorder going on, or she was very traumatized. Mion's just evil. Like, just deadass. Oh, my excuses. I love her and her weapon of choice. I tried to be vague to see how Rika Faraday would react. I had been thinking that she had nothing to do with the underside of Hinamizawa, since she was always treated like a child. This is hard to hear. I'm sorry. I didn't know that these were hot takes. I'm sorry. Let me just read. I'm stating opinions before I've even read the whole thing. I'm sorry. I got too much of a yandere vibe from her. Hot Reina takes. I had been thinking that she had nothing to do with the underside of Hinamizawa, since she was always treated like a child. However, Rika had just said things about the incident which normal people shouldn't know anything about. That's it. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, it's just that, Ruby, and it's like, I feel like it's not fair to judge something until you've, like, seen everything of it, you know what I mean? So that's what I kind of mean when I, like, try to stop myself from judging too early. That proved she belonged to the Underside's network. quoted your yawnery lover. That makes sense, your point. She can't be trusted.
別に、どうでもいいと思いますですよ。
Oh. She answered the question about Tomitake-san and Takano-san fairly quickly, but took a little longer to answer this time. Did she have to think about it? Shit, the look on her face never changes. It's impossible to figure out what she's thinking.
どうでもいいってことはないでしょ。それじゃあけじめにならないのは分かってる？
God damn it, Golden.
僕は、ちゃんと反省したなら、それでいいと思いますです。
But they're dead. What? Her response was unexpected, especially after seeing all the old people get so furious last night. Oh my god, I forgot Shion and Mion share a voice actor and just got jump scared. Yeah. Run away. Yeah, obviously in real life, yanderes are... No. Remember, kids, you can quote me on this, and this is a famous quote that's not even mine, that's been used all over the internet since the dawn of time. Don't stick your dick in crazy. To trespass in the ritual storehouse was blasphemy against Oyashiro-sama. The village elders had said those intruders deserved to die. Yet the leader of the Faraday family, who protected the sacred storehouse for ritual implements, said that if they felt remorse for it, then that was fine. Clipped? I mean, hey, that's just good advice, you know? I recalled how people thought of Rika Faraday's father during the damn conflict. Yes. Her father was called an opportunist back then. He didn't agree with the Onigafuchi Guardians, who had resisted violently during the conflict. Like father, like daughter. No! She's gonna toss her by the head like she did Satoko. Oh my god, Ruby. If you haven't seen the VOD yet, I suggest you go watch my reaction to Shion absolutely manhandling Satoko when she like grabs her by the head and throws her. I was laughing my ass off. Oh my god. What happened? I have 4 commercials. Yeah, just close up. I aggressively grabbed Rika Faraday by the collar.
はぁ？何をひよったことを言ってんだか。
I have 9 days left until I can change it. I want to watch your reaction to that later. Like, I was losing my mind. She was like just went fucking hog wild. That face doesn't look like the face of someone grabbed by the collar. I have 9 days left until I can change my username. Oh, you're trying to change your username? Alright. You just not satisfied with the one you have now?
フルデ家は先代もあんたもつくづく甘ったるいね。
Rika. Mm.
あんたたちフルデ家が西宮殿がいかに神聖で不可侵な聖域か一番理解してなくちゃならないんだよ。
Yeah, it's a long story, gotcha.
そのフルデ家の仮にも当主が何を甘ったるいことを言ってるわけ。
I laughed at myself. I was told the same thing by someone else and was now saying it to Rika. Gonna change it to me on Defender 420. Oh my god.
西宮殿を犯した罪がどれほどの大罪か理解してないわけじゃないんでしょ。
Snort. Listen, don't you call me on my snorts.
西宮殿は、お社様の大切な場所なのです。勝手に入ったりとかしちゃダメなとこなのです。
All I'm hearing is that we're gonna have to do a Higurashi tier list. After I finish this.
わかってるじゃない。そこに汚れを持ち込んだんだよ、あの4人は。
悪い猫さんなのです。
Bad kitty cat.
にゃー。
そうだね、悪い猫だ。2匹は捕まえてお仕置きした。
I'm not gonna lie. This conversation has like Oblivion NPC vibes. Don't you know how serious a crime trespassing in the ritual storehouse is? It's a very important place for Oyashiro-sama, so nobody can go in without permission. See, you know that, but those 4 people brought their filth in there. What bad kitty cats. Meow. That's right. Have you heard of the High Elves?
あと2匹いる。
にゃー。
どうけじめをつけるべきだろうね。
Rika in the VN, bad cats, Nia.
フルデ家当主のご意見を聞かせてよ。
Rika really didn't usually wear any expression whatsoever, making it impossible to tell what she was thinking. But while I grabbed her by the collar and stared at her, I could tell somehow. Rika was a little disturbed. I sensed she was trying to see what I was thinking in turn. Crying because Mion would be so easy to cosplay her casual outfit for her Halloween if her hair wasn't insanely long and lime green. I already have mine because my work allows it though. Nice. Yeah, the lime green, honestly, for like a lot of this anime hair, I would just like think you'd have to like get a wig or something.
僕は2匹の猫さんは許してあげたいです。
それでけじめになると思ってんの？
I work at a zoo. I used to work at another zoo. Just wearing my uniform from the other zoo as my Halloween costume to the zoo I work at now. Why, did the other zoos suck? Did you hate the other zoo?
けじめって言葉が僕にはよくわからないです。
No, it's just hilarious. Oh, gotcha.
ああ、いい質問だね。じゃあお勉強しよう。
Spoopy zookeeper.
けじめってのはね、罪をあがなうってことなの。罪は残せない。お社様のお怒りを放置することになるんだからね。
Only shows you spooky animals like giraffes. What the hell is spooky about a giraffe?
だから罪の大きさに比例したけじめで罪を清めなければならないの。
I still have my name tag from the other zoo as well. And in my picture from my name tag from the other zoo, you can see me wearing the uniform from the zoo I currently work at. Those necks are so long. But they have the same amount of spooky neck bones. What about the eye? That thing looks spooky.
わかるよね。
お社様は別に西宮殿を見られても怒らないのですよ。
What do you mean giraffes aren't real? Giraffes have 7 neck bones, so do human. Well, I mean, what do you mean the eye is a perfectly normal part of society? Cocaine, nail, and all. Alright, man. Listen.
はあ？あんた何言ってんの？
あの中を見ちゃダメなのは、あの中に怖い道具がいっぱいあるからなのです。
Do you think if we just stacked all our neck bones we could be giraffes? I don't know if I'd want that. That sounds like some human centipede shit.
見るときっと怖がる人もいると思いますのです。だから誰にも見せないようにしてあるのですよ。見た人もきっと怖かったと思います。だから反省してると思いますのです。
Nah, Rika, you're being a voice of reason. And we don't have that around here, buddy. not in these parts of Hinamizawa. The people that have half a sense of common decency, they get thrown in the whale, buddy. I'll tell you what. Shoo-wee, they get thrown in the spitting can, or we spit our tobacco in. This kind of just reminds me of a character in One Piece who is part giraffe, but specifically a square giraffe. You're talking about my man Kaku, the strongest character in One Piece, especially when he goes, Pasta machine! I was gonna throw a brick too. What did I do? What have I said? What have I said that's wrong? I love Kaku, the pasta machine. Oh my god. What a great guy. What a lad. High five.
反省してるから許されるって。
I was throwing a brick at Chag, actually. Oh, okay.
あんたが決めることじゃないでしょ。そりゃお社様が決めること。
I'm saving mine for buying booms at vital plot points.
僕はお社様の巫女ですよ。
そんなことは知ってるよ。じゃあ何さ、あんたはお社様に怒ってませんよって直接声を聞いて確認したとでも言うわけ。
You guys think too small. I can't... Chat, I can't tell if Shion is a good actor or a terrible actor at times. Like, she's really well able to simulate her sister, but I don't think Mion would keep this argument going on and 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 on. Rika nodded yes without hesitation. I can't believe the lies she's coming up with. I'm not surprised. I'm shocked.
あんたら古出家がそんなざまだから、あんたの両親は一昨年のたたりで死んじゃったんだよ。
I don't think Mion would say that. I don't think Mion would say that.
お社様に仕える資格がないとお怒りを受けてね。それであんたの父親をたたり殺したんだよ。
I think she's far past acting right now. True.
お社様はそんなことしないのです。お父様はお社様のたたりで死んだんじゃないのです。
Meanwhile, Rika. Rika. Huh. Villager. Huh.
こんなのが最後の古出家の巫女だとはね。お社様が心を安らかにできないのがよくわかるよ。お社様をお祭りする古出家の人間でありながら嘆かわしい。
ミーが何を怒っているのか僕にはよくわからないのですよ。
Rika said, "Damn, chill, bitch." Fuck. You all up in my grill right now. Holy shit. She, that's why your mama dead. Dead as hell. What shoes she got on the casket? Rika, chill, girl. Rika's like, dude, I'm like 7. I realized. Ria's like, Nya? Nya, mate? She was in a position to know as much as the other two family heads. As proof, she talked about this year's incident as though it was nothing. Yet, she could feign ignorance with a serious face. She sure is something. She's even better than me. Oh my god. Shion. Why? Why? I think Shion just hates little girls at this point, man. Y'all remember how she fucking folded Satoko? Now she's folding Rika. She's literally the meme guy of, like, you guys know that video of the guy that, like, slaps the little kid, and then somebody's like, hey, you can't do that, and then he slaps them, and then he just keeps slapping everyone. That's Shion right now. Oh, let me catch up with chat. Sorry. Your reactions make these scenes so different. Your laugh is so infectious. Thank you, Ruby. What is she doing to, like, the 7-year-old? Excuse me. Okay, but this reminds me of that frame of me on saying I used to throw bricks at people. Oh, dude, I saw that and I'm like, well, that aged well. Considering our little joke. Shion going around dishing out hands to little girls. That's what I'm saying. Alright. I'm sorry, I keep getting caught up on small details. I need to read. I slapped her a few times and pushed her to the floor. Rika, having tumbled downward, looked up at me with tears in her eyes. No. No. Let me see if I can find what this reminds me of. Where is he? No, I just... Guys, I found a picture of Rika in this exact scene. They actually didn't want you to see this, but I found it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't resist. We close that.
そもそもあんたが細工殿の鍵が重いから簡単なものに付け替えたいって言い出したのが事の発端なんだよね。
そうですよ。硬くて僕では大変だったので、君吉に相談して簡単な鍵に付け替えてもらったのです。
あんたがその程度の手間を惜しまず、頑丈な施錠をそのまま残していたなら、細工殿への侵入を許さなかったかもしれない。
Nah, they would have found out a way either way. Time to go to sleep on that. I'll see you all. Thank you so much for dropping by. We always love seeing you in chat. Wait, actually, before you go, Will, let me see if this works. Hold on. I'm trying to... Did that work? Let's go! That actually worked. I didn't expect that to work. Guys, if you haven't already, please go drop a follow to Woe. She is very deserving of it. That's a new Twitch thing. I didn't even know that existed. It's like an OP shout out. But yes, please go follow Woe if you haven't already. Very good friend of mine, and we're trying to get her to affiliate because she deserves it. So, yeah, please follow her if you haven't already. Thank you. Ugh. Yeah, it's like an OP shout out. I don't know. Overpowered.
今回の一件はあんたにも責任の一端があるんだからね。
Mochi boys know it's alright. I should go to sleep. I'm getting embarrassed. Danganronpa. That's a terrifying look at my past. I haven't read Danganronpa. I will be reading that for the first time. I think with Arcanum BT. So please don't follow me. Yes, follow you. Do it. Do it.
それを忘れない方がいいよ。
Listen, well, don't fight it. Go to bed. Thank you for dropping by.
もちろん、あんたと一緒に鍵を付け替えた君吉家当主にも責任があるんだけどね。
That last part was something I added on a whim. I added it to connect Rika's story to the disappearance of Kimiyoshi. I wanted to pressure her psychologically by doing so.
君吉家当主はけじめをつけてもらうことになった。だから消えた。古出家当主にもけじめをつけてもらうことになるよ。
Rika was still on the floor, tears pouring down her cheeks. It's a serious scene, Mochi. Don't do it.
あと残ってるのは前原圭一だけ。こいつは古出家の方で頼むことにする。
僕は何もわかんないのですよ。
別にあんたはわかんなくてもいいでしょ。憂慮したり困った顔をするだけでいいんだから。それはうちも同じ。とにかく頼んどくよ。
Just kind of being evil, Xion. Was this necessary?
そんなの。
Rika hung her head. She seemed to want to say something, but she was afraid that I might be rough with her again. I doubted Rika Faraday was actually at the top of the curse system, like the hag was. However, as one of the three family heads, she was a lot closer to the underside of Hinamizawa than I was. By now, the underside was well aware of Keiichi Maibara. I told the elderly leaders of the village yesterday in the meeting that Keiichi Maibara was the last one remaining. I just told the head of the Faraday family the same thing. If my threat was effective, the curse of Oyashiro-sama should very soon fall upon Keiichi Maibara. And at just the right time, I would grab my enemy right as he took my bait. If the assassin came from the Faraday family, this girl would have committed the same sin as the hag. When that time came, I wouldn't hold back. I was going to make sure she suffered, and then kill her. Oh my god! Oh my god, Xion. I get it. You love Satoshi. You still love Satoshi, but like, chill. Like, calm down. I've heard of a torture technique where you pound dozens of nails into a victim's fingers. Shout out Satoshi. I already found a restraining table and the tools for it. When the time comes, I'll pound nails into your fingers. That gruesome anticipation radiated from my eyes and scared Rika even further. I wonder? I wonder how Kimiyoshi is doing. He's probably dead at this point. Shout out to Higurashi. I doubt he died from tiptoeing all night, but sometimes a human can go very easily. No, he's dead. That's an old-ass man. There's no way he's alive. He already told me everything I wanted to hear, and he doesn't know anything else anyway. On top of that, he was responsible for spreading the infection that was the curse system of Oyashiro-sama. His sins are very heavy. I really liked Uncle Kimiyoshi. He had always been kind. The hag was so tough on her relatives, and that's why he was extra nice to me. When we talked yesterday, I was so happy to hear him say he would forgive Shion. He even said he would fight the hag to save her. That made me very happy. Don't worry. If Shion-chan feels bad about what she has done, she won't be demoned away. Leave it to me. I felt such warmth inside of me. I almost shivered. I was so happy, yet so very sad. Oh my god, it actually does shout out. Yeah, I mean... it will. For he continued to say that Satoshi-kun deserved to die. He said those nice things because he wanted to make Mion happy, since she was worried about Shion. Satoshi-kun deserved to die because he was a member of the cursed Hojo family, but Shion-chan of the Sonozaki family did not. That's what he meant. In other words, to the leaders of the village, including Kimiyoshi, members of the Hojo family are more contemptible than insects. They didn't care if they lived or died. Their sin was not only that they despised the Hojo family so, but also that they let that hatred infect the rest of the village. Therefore, everyone in the village deserves to be a victim of the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Kimiyoshi and the others created an environment that excused murder in that name. If that was so, if Takano-san and Tomitake-san hadn't committed the serious crime of trespassing in the ritual storehouse... What? Wait... Wait, we finally got a portrait of the uncle? Wait, what? Is this only in the console? No! What? Why are we only now seeing this? What the fuck? Wait, why did they choose only now to make this portrait for him? We didn't see his portrait in all of Chapter 3. And he was like a main character. Well, he wasn't a main character, but he was an important character. Mochi is the only person streaming anything Higurashi right now. To be fair, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that streamed anything Higurashi in a hot minute. Because it's a very old game. Do they not show the uncle until now? I completely forgot. They just now show... Yeah, no. This is the first time they've showed his entire portrait in this whole game. We've, like... killed this man so far in Chapter 3. And we're only just now seeing his portrait. What? Why now? There was someone who streamed it 22 hours ago? Oh, well. Alright, maybe I'm not the only one. But, yeah. It is a very old game, so yeah, you gotta think of that. Plus, it's a visual novel. Also, Mochi, you're the only person who has streamed Eden of Grisaya for enough time that only your VODs appear. Really? Now that is interesting. What the hell? Maybe it's just because I'm such a slow reader, who knows? Then Satoko Hojo, the last survivor of the Hojo family, and Teppei Hojo, who has been hiding in Okinomiya, might have been the victims. Satoko Hojo. And they only showed him for that one text box. What? She was always around Satoshi-kun. She expected Satoshi-kun to help her every time she cried. She was one of the people who cornered him. Last fruit stream was 1 hour ago. Oh yeah, I think I did see that. I don't know if I've said this, but Baron Bananas, he's been in chat a couple times. Let me go ahead and shout him out real quick. Baron Bananas is going through a playthrough of Grisaya, and I've really liked his reaction so far. So if you haven't yet, please go follow him. He is a very good friend of mine. And I love seeing his reaction to that stuff. And he's just entertaining in general, even when he's not, like, reading the series and he's playing other games. Very good guy. If Satoko wasn't that much of a burden, Satoshi-kun wouldn't have killed his aunt. Somebody told Satoshi-kun to commit that murder, and to hide the evidence of his connection to the mastermind. Satoshi-kun was demoned away. That's what Oishi thought. If Satoshi-kun hadn't killed his aunt, maybe he wouldn't have been chosen as last year's victim. Followed. Hey, thank you. I always want to show support to my streaming buddies. And you know, guys, I do have to repeat this, because it's a common rule amongst most people, but I have no problem at all if you self-promote in my chat, on my Discord, or anything. I wholly support people getting that bag and getting their community started up. So if y'all stream and you want to promote anything, just go ahead. As long as you're not, like, scamming people, I don't care. I started watching more on Twitch to see reactions for my favorite games. I'm so glad I looked for other stuff. I'm glad you found us, Ruby, because you've been an absolute joy to have for Higurashi. Been giving me more insight. I've been very thankful for the people that are Higurashi fans that have given me insights that I probably would not have known beforehand. Like how every chapter is in kind of like its own separate universe, kind of, or a different timeline. I would not have known that, because I would have just thought it'd be like a continuous story. Oh my god, I wish I had the skills to stream. I once tried to stream my favorite game, but I have a Mac laptop, so nope, and thank you, no problem. I mean, yeah, ads, unfortunately, you do need like some pretty up-to-date stuff to stream, but I feel like most people think that they're boring, when in actuality, a lot of people don't think that they're boring. Like, you guys in chat, you probably don't think that I'm boring. You probably enjoy me and enjoy my reactions or personality. I think I am the most boring person on earth. But that's the thing. We all have this kind of self-hatred bias, I think. I don't know if self-hatred is the thing. Self-judging, I guess, would be the word, not self-hatred. But, yeah, everyone just kind of has that thought process. That's actually really good insight, because you're not boring at all. See, yeah, like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, everybody thinks that they're boring. Everybody. Unless you have your head up your ass, but, like, you know what I mean. If Satoshi-kun hadn't killed his aunt, maybe he wouldn't have been chosen as last year's victim. Because the commands were vague, after all, the curse of Oyashiro-sama fell upon the Hojo family as a whole. It didn't matter which member of the family died. His aunt had a terrible reputation in the neighborhood. She didn't communicate with her neighbors, she was always throwing fits, and there was nothing nice about her in any way. Even if Satoshi-kun didn't kill her, the curse would have fallen upon her sooner or later. Their aunt was the first victim. There needed to be another Hojo to calm the curse. according to a rumor, their uncle was living somewhere in Okinomiya with his lover. However, Okinomiya was a little different from Hinamizawa. The Sonozaki family was powerful there as well, of course. But it would have been more difficult in Okinomiya to demon someone away. So naturally, Satoshi-kun and Satoko, who were still in Hinamizawa, became the targets. Which one should be cursed? That was simple. Satoko, of course. She was snobby and lacking in manners. Everyone in the neighborhood liked Satoshi-kun. Even if he was the son of the Hojo couple who betrayed the village during the dam conflict. Compared to Satoko, he didn't deserve to die. How about this, Shion? Neither of them deserve to die. How about that? How about they're both fine? Because you keep judging her, but Satoko is like 8, 7, 6. She's a child. Like, she can't help that. Death to all. Wait, okay, I want to say something, not at all a spoiler, but I just have to make sure. You know the whole next in line from the Sonozaki family, right? Are you talking about that, like, Mion is the successor after Oryu's dead? Because Oryu has died. I don't know if that's what you mean. Other than that, I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, okay, yeah. Therefore, the actual victim of last year's curse should have been his aunt, and Satoko. Satoshi-kun was suddenly all alone. His mean aunt and mean uncle were gone. His sister, who was a burden to him all his life, was gone too. Okay, so basically, actually, I don't know if this is a spoiler. It's not plot relevant without context, so I might say it later once I make sure. Okay. I would just wait just in case, because just in case. I won't get mad at you if you say it, but it's like with visual novels, like really the story is really all you have, so I'm kind of like I'd rather experience it for myself, unless it's something that I missed over. Then by all means tell me. Satoshi-kun was such a nice person. He would be sad, although he'd realized he was finally free. But time would heal him. I'd even help. He didn't have to live in his house in Hinamizawa. There were plenty of empty rooms in the apartment block where I lived. Yeah, no, I'm away. I pride myself on no spoilers. Okay. I could find him a part-time job, too. He didn't need to go to school in Hinamizawa. He could go to school with me in Okinomiya instead. He wouldn't know his way around, or really anything about the school there. So, I'd be with Satoshi-kun all the time. Let me say this. Satoshi and Shion is possibly the cutest ship in all of anything I've ever seen. And the fact that Satoshi dies is heartbreaking, because it will never be a thing. Like, that is... Man, like, they would be an incredibly cute couple. I'd show him a shortcut to school, we'd go shopping, and I'd teach him many different things. What an unbelievably happy ending. Satoshi-kun had been suffering so much, and I had been pushed away all my life. But we would finally be happy. I enjoyed these sweet delusions, but I didn't have any more time to waste. I was sure there were plenty of old people who had been trying to get a hold of Oryu all morning, and who were going to try to catch me after I got home from school. Actually, the phone had been ringing constantly while I enjoyed my happy thoughts. When I answered the phone, I casually listened and replied. As I planned, Keiichi Maibara is now known as the next curse victim within the underside of Hinamizawa. I also tried to let them know that the disappearance of the village chief had something to do with the fact that he changed the lock on the ritual storehouse's door. Okay. I do want an answer to this. I wouldn't really count this as a spoiler, and just, like, knowledge that I'm gonna have to go in there with. Does Keiichi come back as an MC, as the speaker, in chapter 6, 7, or 8? That's important information. Because I will cry if he does. You will see a grown man on his knees crying if he comes back as the MC in those chapters. I also tried to let them know that the disappearance of the village chief had something to do with the fact that he changed the lock on the ritual storehouse's door. All the authorities in the underside came to realize the seriousness of trespassing in the storehouse. After all, one of the heads of the 3 families got punished. Oh, that's an easy answer. That's easy to answer, JK. I need to check. Okay. One of the phone calls was from Oishi. He had also heard about Kimiyoshi's disappearance, and he knew it had something to do with the changing of the lock. I'm impressed. He has some pretty good sources. But all he can do is catch whatever information he can get. There's no way for him to find out where it's coming from. I'd call Keiichi Maibara again later tonight. Some of the more aggressive villagers may have already started to take action around him. I'm sure that by now, Keiichi is feeling the danger that's coming towards him. I'd have to be careful that he doesn't get killed easily. If I can catch the enemy before they bit Keiichi, I can use him again as bait. Keiichi Maibara. I haven't known him for that long. He's funny, if not intelligent. He'll never replace Satoshi-kun. But I do think he's fun to be around. There's just one thing I don't like about him. He rubs my head far too often. His hand is as warm as Satoshi-kun's hand, which is why I can't stand it. But that's about it. Keiichi Maibara isn't Satoshi-kun's enemy. I don't hate him. He's fun to be around. But I wouldn't shed a tear for him if he became a victim of the curse. I won't prevent Keiichi Maibara from being killed, but I won't kill him myself either. I'd made arrangements for the curse to fall upon him, but I never told anyone to kill him. Well, I suppose I did tell Rika Furaday to take care of Keiichi Maibara. Wait a minute. To avenge Satoshi-kun, I'm doing exactly the same thing as the hag did. I'm using the exact same system that killed Satoshi-kun. Scene adds to my Shion isn't a yandere presentation. Oh, I've never thought Shion was a yandere. Keiichi Maibara. I'm just using him. I told people to let the curse fall upon Keiichi, but I've been giving him appropriate warnings. I'm going to help him if he tries to live. If I catch all of my enemies, maybe I'll let him loose. He's different from Satoshi-kun. Satoshi-kun was tricked into killing his aunt, and was killed himself afterwards, so there wouldn't be any evidence remaining. I won't kill Keiichi Maibara. That's how I'm different from the hag. Evening was turning into night. I had to get dinner ready. I had to eat so I'd have enough strength to take revenge. Has she been feeding the people in the cells? How long has it been since Mion's last eaten? This place was far from the town. It would even get isolated during winter because of the snow. It's not unusual for a household like this to have 2 or 3 refrigerators. There were plenty of groceries left in them. I was glad I didn't have to go to grocery shopping. I could hear the chorus of the Higurashi. People often say that the sound of the Higurashi brings back memories. But for me, it's the exact opposite. I've only ever heard the sound of the Higurashi in Hinamizawa. Therefore, the sound of the Higurashi, to me, is Hinamizawa. The sound reminded me that I wasn't supposed to be here. That I couldn't be here. That was when I heard the doorbell. I can't remember what scene this is, which makes me happy because reliving Higurashi for the first time would be so cool. I mean, it's basically my first time. The only thing I was ever spoiled on was the nail scene where they tear off Shion's nails, which I feel like a lot of people was spoiled in that scene because that was like a very popular, oh my god, anime's terrifying clip back in the day. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. For when she had to repent for her relationship with Satoshi. Yeah, it's a YouTube classic. I feel like most people were spoiled on that, so that's the only thing that I had spoiled to me. It's like the baseline for top 10 disturbing anime moments, so I feel like a lot of people have seen that. That was when I heard the doorbell. Because there was a good distance between the house and the gates, there was both a doorbell and an intercom by the ladder. It had a security camera, too. Something as modern as a security camera monitor in this old-fashioned kitchen looked rather strange. I turned the switch, but nothing appeared on the monitor. I tried to check the plug, but there were a bunch of cords going behind the refrigerator, so I couldn't even do that. The doorbell continued to ring while I tried to figure out if the monitor was broken or if I just didn't know how to turn it on. It only felt like answering the door depending on who it was. It'd normally be easier to pretend to be out, but that wouldn't help me. I was waiting for my enemies to show up. I couldn't just hide myself in that case. The hag was supposed to be sick and in an extremely bad mood. I'd already sent word out that she didn't want to see anyone. So who could it be? I made up my mind and turned the intercom on. If it was someone unwanted, I could just turn whoever it was away. But I had to act normally so I wouldn't arouse suspicion. I had to act normally.
はい。どちら様でしょう？
こんにちはなのです。
Oh. She didn't tell me her name, but I recognized her voice.
リカちゃんか。どうしたの？こんな時間に。
実は、お醤油を分けてもらいに来たのですよ。
Oh no. You know the scene now? I don't know how, but I know Rika's going to die. I remember this. This was a big plot point, was the soy sauce. Never forget that they caught me on as a serial killer because of soy sauce. I will never let anyone forget that as long as I live. Soy sauce? I almost screamed, but I controlled myself. I took a moment to think about the situation. Oh my god. Hinamizawa was far from most stores, so sometimes neighbors would share seasoning and stuff with each other. The village sometimes got snowed in during winter. But the Faraday shrine was quite far from this house. They just need a gentle head pet. It was rather odd for her to come all the way on her bicycle just to get some soy sauce. Maybe she was using it as an excuse. Maybe there was something she wanted to talk about. That was when I noticed a piece of paper that was on the refrigerator door next to the intercom. We still have plenty of homemade soy sauce in stock. Feel free to come to the Sonozaki house if you want some. The hag must have given that flyer to everyone. One of our relatives sent her a barrel of soy sauce. If you want some, bring a container. That's what the flyer said. I see. This would explain it. There was a handwritten note on the bottom of the flyer. The soy sauce is in the storage area under the floor. Give them as much as they want. There's a storage area beneath the floor. When I opened it, I saw a barrel of soy sauce alongside a funeral and a ladle. Funeral? Oh my, a funnel and a ladle. There's a funeral down there. I mean, there probably is a funeral under the Sonozaki house, but that was not it. I didn't want Rika to notice anything suspicious at this point. I decided to share the soy sauce with her.
いいよ。入れるものは持ってきてるの？
お醤油の瓶を持ってきましたのです。
Screen pans to the pits. Yeah. The pit of death. Dude, I'm telling you, that well has to smell like absolute ass with how many bodies that they've put down there. Like, you would literally, you wouldn't even have to open the door to the well to just be smelling death.
オッケー。勝手に入ってきていいよ。玄関で待ってる。
As I headed there, I heard the doorbell ring again. Oh, well. Shit. Oh no, Rika voice. Oh no. Me! The gate is locked from the inside. I can't open it.
ああ、そうだった。ごめん。今開けに行くよ。待ってて。
People didn't pay much attention to safety around here in Hinamizawa. People didn't think too much about locking the doors. But as someone who's lived in a town, I've always locked everything. Nippa! Just chuck some Febreze cans down the well, that's fine. Welcome, Sasquatch. Or Dusty, sorry, Dusty. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by. Just put some Febreze. It'll be good. Just a couple of, plug in some of those air fresheners. Yeah, it'll be alright. To let Rika Furaday in, I'd have to go outside.
こんばんはなのですよ。
こんばんは。
Rika smiled at me. She was holding a huge soy sauce bottle. She acted like I never yelled at her, got violent with her, or made her cry at all today. Or perhaps she came to curry favor, thinking that she angered me. I invited Rika to the front door. I told her to wait for a moment and try to take the bottle. But Rika took her shoes off and walked into the house with the bottle in her hands. She's like, don't mind if I do.
いいよ。私が入れてくるから待ってなよ。
僕も、上手でお醤油入れるのは上手になったのですよ。
I mean, it's not like she's gonna find out anything if she pours some damn soy sauce. Rika's like, what is that smell? Why do I smell corpses? Holy shit. Mion, when's the last time you took a damn bath? Good lord, woman. She looked at me as if begging. I guess she wanted to pour the soy sauce in the bottle herself. I didn't want her to come in the house, but I suppose I didn't want her to wait there alone either. If she came to the kitchen with me, I could keep my eyes on her. And so, I brought Rika to the kitchen. We walked down the hallway. I only heard my footsteps. I stopped suddenly and turned around to make sure Rika was following me. Rika bumped into me. Me.
ああ、ごめん。
I made sure she was right behind me and started to walk again. Me. Tap, tap, tap. Tip, tip, tip. Tap, tap. Tip, tip. Rika must have been having fun matching her footsteps to mine. Even when I quickly sped up, our footsteps matched perfectly. Tap, 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 tap. Tip, 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 tip. Tap, tap, tap. I stopped suddenly. Tip, tip, tip. Tip. Rika suddenly stopped too, after taking an extra step. When I turned around, Rika smiled at me. Our footsteps matched perfectly, and when I suddenly stopped, I heard her extra footstep. I've experienced such footsteps before, It was making me feel uncomfortable. Now this is a huge mystery that I am curious to see get solved. This footstep phenomenon that the characters seem to be going through. We saw it going with Keiichi, apparently Satoshi experienced it, and now Shion's experiencing it, and also Reina apparently. It seems like it does seem to happen when a character's done something that they shouldn't. So I am very curious about this footstep phenomenon. I will call it. I'm back, mofo. Welcome back. Did you enjoy your nap? But now, although her footsteps sounded the same as the other ones I'd experienced, I saw her when I turned around. That was the difference between them. Get out of here, Golden. I've been bullied. What happened? I left the storage door open so we could see the soy sauce barrel. The memo said she can take as much as she wants, but I wasn't sure there was enough left. I crouched down and tried to open the lid of the soy sauce barrel. Even when I crouched down, I could hear Rika's extra step.
まだまだいっぱいあるよ。ほら、好きなだけ持ってくといい。
Oh! Rika! wait, Rika. Hey. Hold on now.
Whoa. Hey.
When I turned around, Rika was very close to me. I'm like clenching my teeth. But, who was this? I saw Rika, but it wasn't Rika at all. It's like when I switched with my sister. Dude, this calls to the sus emote. Rika's sus right now. We've got a reporter chat. We got a reporter. Got a reporter to the Among Us police. Imposter. One of these days, Mochi is going to make a pet, an actual command, and it's going to hit pet Fukis. I have to make pizza for dinner, but I also need to see the scene. Oh, sorry. I'm getting too caught up on memes. Let me read. The outside was the same, but the inside was different. Did Rika have a twin sister? I was confused for a moment. That was when Rika sprayed something from a small bottle into my eyes. No, she got pepper sprayed! Shion, you've been fucking had! You fucking fool! No, don't rush. I'm gonna keep watching while I'm making. Okay. Shion's been fucking had. You just got fucking trolled. LOL. Sorry. What the hell, bro? I felt a terrible pain in my eyes. And suddenly tears poured out and my nose started to dry. Okay, that's definitely pepper spray. Couldn't stop sneezing either. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be pepper spray. As I stumbled around, covering my face, I then realized I was attacked. Rika, subscribe for more epic pranks! Hey guys, what's up? Rika here! Make sure you smash that like button, you absolute buffoon! I shut my eyes tightly for a moment, then opened them again. Rika was about to grab my hair and drag me down to the floor. Yo, Rika's getting revenge! She's been fucking around. Hey guys, what's up? Rika here. Here with this absolute fucking idiot, Shion Sonozaki. We just fucking pepper spray her eyes out. And yes, if you guys are wondering, this is a crime. Oh my god, my roommate's anger broke and it jump scared me so bad. Jesus Christ. Stop. When Rika saw me open my eyes, she sprayed. She said no. Smash that subscribe button and do not call the authorities. Make sure you smash the like button. I shut my eyes to avoid the spray, but my nose still breathed in the substance. I avoided the pain in my eyes, but the tears, the runny nose, and the sneezing continued. Shit! Ah! My brain isn't working quickly enough. However, when I finally understood that I had been attacked by Rika Furaday, my brain started to grind into motion. Rika Furaday knocked me on my back and got on top of me. Huh? Wait. 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 I'm being played. No, Fuki's stay. Oh, God. I tried to escape from her by rolling on the kitchen floor. As I rolled, I hit it up. Smooth, Shion. Huge jar. Oh, what? I destroyed a pile of something on the floor as I fought back. Jesus Christ, Shion. But Rika didn't let go of me. She stayed on top and restrained me. She was sitting on my stomach, and I felt intense pain and pressure. She sure could fight well. I still couldn't see anything. Rika had the upper hand. My eyes were shut, and I was in real danger. As I tried to blink, I saw Rika's expression. I didn't know Rika Furaday all that well. I only knew her from the few times we met when I went to school as Mion, and from the things I've heard from other people. No, not that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ruby. I'm sorry. Pause? I can pause. I can. We'll wait for Ruby. Nah, Ruby really wants to see my reaction. We'll wait for her. Or it is a her, right? He? Her? I don't remember. Fuck. Will it physically not let me subscribe during the ads? That's so funny. No, you don't have to subscribe. No, please, no. Oh my god. We are waiting for. Yeah, no worries. We'll wait. It gives me a good time to pop my back. Is the OST option set to old or new? Oh my gosh, thank you, no problem. I have no idea. I really don't know, Dusty. Oh, you're back? Okay. But as far as I knew, there was no way Rika Furaday would ever do something like this. Oh my god! Ruby! Thank you so much for the subscribe! Oh my gosh, you really didn't have to do that. I'm sorry, I didn't... Oh man. I wish there was a way to turn off ads. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want you to feel pressured to subscribe, but thank you so much. I always appreciate the support. Oh my gosh, thank you. This is just impossible. 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 No, I can't fill my head with that word. I'll be honest, I was waiting for the time to. Well, I appreciate it immensely. Just know that. I have to calm down and figure out what to do next. And you were still in time to get the founder badge, so congrats on that. Shit, I'm too much of a mess to even think. I tried to peek at her face again. She still had the spray bottle in one hand. What I didn't expect was the thing in her other hand. The what? The founder badge? That's, shit, how do I explain? Like, the first 10 people to ever subscribe to you, the first 10 unique people to ever subscribe to you get a founder badge. Which is like, it's basically like, I was here before anybody, and I helped this channel to grow, basically. It's kind of like that. It's like a badge of honor. How could I mistake it for anything else? It was definitely a syringe. Oh, okay. So we're bringing back the syringe. Okay, we haven't seen the syringe since chapter 1. Interesting. When Rika realized I'd regained my eyesight, she pointed the spray bottle right at me and let loose with it. Dude, she is abusing that pepper spray. I shut my eyes tightly and tried to ignore the pain. But that was when, even though I was blinded, Rika made a miscalculation. She had sprayed at me from such a close distance that she inhaled the substance as well. I heard Rika sneeze and realized that it was my chance. Even if I couldn't see, I knew she was right there. That's what you get for fucking... Oh my god! That's what you get for fucking camping, Rika. Fucking wall hacks. Rika has wall hacks, I'm convinced. I hit Rika's face a few times. When I felt Rika's weight shift, I escaped. Oh! Oh shit. CG. I then got my stun gun ready. Okay, to be fair, Shion has also abused this fucking stun gun like the goddamn messiah. she has used this stun gun at every single opportunity she's had. Remember how Oishi asked if she had diabetes? That's true! That's true! Dusty, thank you so much for bringing that up. Thank you so much. I would have forgotten because they had found a needle on Rika. That's why Rika had the needle. Dusty, big shout out to you, Dusty. I would have not remembered that. That's right. Because Oishi was like, what's the point of her having like a needle and a syringe? The art is really good. Like the art. The only thing with the art is it's a shame that we don't have it for the other styles. But hey, listen, the art's still really good. I then got my stun gun ready. Rika must have inhaled just a little of the spray. She wasn't sneezing anymore and was glaring at me instead. Want me to wreck you? Rika's expression didn't change, but I was sure she was disappointed that her surprise attack was a failure. Rika flinched just a little, but she was still holding the spray bottle and aiming it at my eyes. She was trying to use the spray first, and then give me the shot. Oh, shit. I didn't know what was in that syringe, but it was a clear liquid. It had to be something bad. She wanted to take my eyesight, get on top of me, and then give me the shot. If whatever was in the syringe took a while to take effect, I might have the chance to fight back. I trust she and seriously injure Rika. Okay, so we know Rika's a bad guy now. I feel like at this point we know Rika's a bad guy. But Rika's surprise attack told me that just being injected was more than enough. In other words, whatever the effect, it would start to work immediately. Therefore, I wouldn't be able to fight back against her. It'd probably either knock me out or kill me. In any case, what I had was equally deadly. My stun gun was very powerful. Just one shot would be all it took. What happened before was proof of its power. Rika knew my stun gun was a lot more powerful than her spray. She was being extremely cautious.
ほらほら、いつまで人ん家に上がり込んでボサッとしてくれてるわけさ。そっちから来ないんなら、こっちから行くぞ、こら
！Dude, what is this? What is this? JoJo versus Dio? I threw a pile of newspapers at her. The pile wasn't tied together, so the newspapers flew all over Rika. I jumped at her immediately afterward. I shoved my stun gun into her and pulled the trigger. Rika spasmed and fell to the floor. You fool! Bakada! Hesitating in a fight where a single blow wins. Only amateurs just glare at each other. Man, she just roasted all of Dragon Ball Z. And yes, I did just roast Dragon Ball Z. Get mad. You don't have a single clue about how advantageous the first strike is when a single blow can decide anything. The spray bottle rolled on the ground. But she still had the syringe. Rika was down, but I couldn't let my guard down either. I kicked her in the side and clambered on top of her. I took the syringe. I held Rika's arm down and gave her the shot. Pizza is done and cooking. Oh, good lord, just in time, I see. Oh, she gave her the shot. Okay. My actions could hardly be called gentle. I was listening as best as I could. Oh, you're good, you're good. Let's hope that pizza is delicious, though. That's the most important thing. I injected her violently. I injected everything that was in that syringe. Rika began to convulse. Oh my god. I stood back and watched for what would happen to her body. Of course, I still had my guard up. While I assumed that the drug would incapacitate her immediately, I didn't know exactly what kind of reaction she would have.
ざまあないね。私に勝てるとか夢にでも思った？なめんじゃねえや！
After a few more convulsions, Rika unsteadily got to her feet. That's ridiculous. How can she even stand? I looked at my stun gun. Damn it. The power was on the lowest setting. God damn it, Shion. Maybe it had been readjusted when we were rolling around on the floor. I changed the setting to maximum. Rika turned pale and started sweating all over. I didn't know if its exact effects, but if Rika had given me the shot, I'd be the one experiencing her symptoms. She looked really sick, so obviously she must have been feeling awful too. She couldn't even focus. She was very wobbly and had her hand on the wall. She'd lost her balance, and it must have been hard for her to even stand. She didn't look so brave anymore. Rika wobbled some more and moaned as if she was about to throw up. Oh no. Oh no. Rika looked scary as she moaned and wobbled. But at the same time, she looked kind of funny too. Just imagine Shion making a deep-fried meme of Rika dying. Certainly, she hadn't even dreamed she'd be getting the shot herself. As the man sows, so shall he reap. That's what you get.
実に滑稽だね。笑えるよ。目が回ってるのかな？それとも息ができないのかな？
Getting cocky, Shion, although she probably is dead.
あんたがあとどのくらいでくたばるのか見物するのも楽しいよ。ああ、でもそれじゃ拷問する楽しみがなくなるね。私さ、あんたにはあの釘台を使ってやろうとずっと心に決めてたんだよね。あんたが自分の薬で死ぬのが早いか、両手女子に釘をたらふく食らって痛みで行くのが早いか、ぜひ見てみたいもんだね。よし、決めた。そうしようかね。んじゃ会場を移そうか。楽しい楽しい地下細具殿にね。場所を移すためにちょいと眠っててもらうよ。
I walked up to Rika, my stun gun making popping sounds. When Rika saw the sparks from the stun gun, she moved to grab a huge kitchen knife.
おや、まだその程度の元気はあるわけだ。そうでなくちゃ面白くないよ。あんたにはいろいろ聞きたいことがあるしね。無駄に抵抗しない方がいろいろと辛くないよ。もっとも抵抗しなくても辛い目に遭うだろうけど。
残念だけど、あんたの誘いは断るわ。この冷血女が。
God dang, Rika just aged by fucking 30 years in that one voice line. What she said wasn't anything I'd expect to hear from the Rika I knew. But I didn't hesitate. I had the advantage, so I didn't need to worry. Besides, this was coming from the last survivor of the Faraday family, one of the 3 families. That sudden change somehow felt natural.
あんたらの御三家の血塗られた歴史に比べたら、私なんてとてもとても。それを古出家当主様に褒めてもらえるなんてね。ちょっと光栄だね。んで、そのフラフラな体で包丁一本で抵抗してみせる。
I'm just sitting in silence watching the reaction. Sorry if I'm not being too talkative. I'm just in shock, like just taking in the scene for the most part.
立っているだけでも限界なくせに。
そうね。あんたの言う通り、これがどうも私の限界。
I'm interested in what this needle has done. What? No, you're 100% good. I was actually talking about myself. Oh no, you're good. I know. I was just saying. I was just talking about my own as well.
お前なんかに召し取られて殺されるくらいなら悪いけどお先に退場させてもらうわ。
I mean, I can't blame you, Rika. I really can't blame you.
退場できるならしてごらんよ。
It was clear who held the advantage here. But despite that, an odd thrill filled both of us. We lost our minds wasn't a fitting phrase for the people of Hinamizawa. It was a feeling of release, when modern demons could stop pretending to be human. Yes, this was a mad banquet of demons, the savoring of blood and devouring of flesh. Attended by the head of the Faraday family and the head of the Sonozaki family, the old families whose blood is closest to the madness of the demons. They stood in front of the hallway so as to block her escape route. The windows had grates and the door had a safety chain on it. If she turned around, I'd hit her with my stun gun. In this situation, what did Rika Faraday mean by taking her leave? Rika got her knife ready. I expected her to aim it at my stomach when she attacked, so I took a stance with my stun gun ready in my hand. Rika, however, suddenly turned around. I carefully watched to see what her next move would be. Rika put the handle of the knife to the wall and held it in place. What was she doing?
じゃあね。さよなら、
は
冷血女。お前なんかに殺されてたまるか。
Viper. Oh my god! No. No. Oh. No. Oh my god. She did not just do that. I already know what I already know what I gotta pull up. This is another Watch Mojo top 10 disturbing anime moments? Really? I feel like I might have seen this, but not real. Like, I did not see this coming. So I guess I was just spoiled on the nail thing. Rika really said. No! Yeah! I'm out, dog. Oh my god. I don't know if it is exactly, but just that kind of video. Oh god. I gotcha. Rika reared her head back and slammed her throat against the knife on the wall. Jesus. But all memes aside, good lord. Blood splattered all over. Rika bent backwards repeatedly and let the knife slash her. Oh my god! Again and again. Dude, is she not just automatically dead at that point? Rika's so fucking hardcore, that's what I'm saying. Sees head banging into the knife. I'm sorry. Her neck and chest were dyed red. I'd always just thought the blood was darker. But her blood wasn't dark. It was so bright. I must have been confused. But it looked pretty. This OST though, guys. Oh my god. The OST is like really adding to the scene. After doing this several times, Rika turned around. How is she not just dead? Her eyes were wide open. She didn't look like she was from this world. Her face looked like something both living and dead. Both real and artificial. It was very scary, eerie, and above all else, pale. Although her face looked unearthly, it was a very appropriate face for a demon. I didn't have a mirror, so I couldn't tell. But I was sure I looked exactly like her. We could continue to violently slash her. Dude, is she a fucking juggernaut? Like, I feel like, okay, chat, I feel like most of us, if we were stabbed in the throat, we would just be kind of dead. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would just be like, just fall over and die. Dude, she just keeps going. It reminded me of someone trying to break a huge piece of ice with an ice pick. That was exactly what Rika looked like. The white chips of ice coolly flying through the air. What I saw before me was a beautiful sight. Shion's commentary on this is very disturbing. I feel like Shion has passed the point of madness. Like, she's been afflicted with, like, this Hinamizawa madness, I kind of want to call it. Because I feel like that is also a thing, is that people that live in Hinamizawa just kind of naturally go mad. Because we saw it kind of happen with Keiichi in Chapter 3, when he was planning to kill the uncle. Like, you could see that he was starting to go insane, and he was thinking about killing people that never did anything wrong to him, but just, like, because they were about to find him out. I feel like that there's something about the town that makes people go mad, or something. I don't... That's just a crackpot theory, but, like, it's gotta be something like that. But I'm also, like, I am of the heavy belief of the theory department that Oyashiro is, like, the cause of everything. That Oyashiro is actually a god that does exist in this world, and they're kind of just playing with Hinamizawa. That's another theory that I have. I'm more inclined to believe the Oyashiro-sama theory, because half the stuff that happens is so supernatural and unexplainable that, like, what else are you supposed to believe? You know what I mean? Every time Rika struck her throat, tiny drops of red blood splattered the boring white world around her. It was like a dance. The dedication dance by the final head of the Faraday family. The demon's last dance of dedication to Oyashiro-sama. Upon seeing that literally blood-curdling dance, I let out a fierce roar. I had no reason to do so. I was howling like an animal. We were like animals trying to kill each other, both getting covered in blood. And inevitably, as one convulsed in a pool of blood, the other threw back its head and howled. No matter what the cause is, I always just tend to zone in on Shion's commentary sometimes the most because she just shows so much insight. Like, she does so many intense things, but at the same time she has the lines that show a more, I don't know how to put it, human part as well. Yeah, like definitely Shion is still kind of with us. I will say Shion is still kind of with us. But she's definitely dipped her toes into that madness, if you know what I'm saying. Like she's definitely like in the realm of madness at this point. My body shivered with the joy I felt inside of me. This was death. The most final of judgments, and it was right before me. Disappointed that anime didn't use the answer soundtrack. It gets insanely good next chapter. Ooh, okay. Dipped her syringe, if you will. Oh my god, Ruby. I will say the soundtrack. At first, I wasn't really digging the OST for Higurashi, but in the later chapters, it goes hard. Like this one, this is probably like my favorite OST so far. Like just the eeriness and like the distortion of the static. It hits hard. It really does. But I don't like Dusty, I know you brought up like the old soundtrack and the new one, but I don't see the options for that anywhere. I'm not sure. I am playing on the 7th mod, if that helps. I don't know if that tells you anything, but I am playing on the 7th mod, but I don't know. First 4 chapters are really public domain music. Yeah. But like this is hard. Like this goes hard. I'm looking at the time, I'm like, oh my god, I hope I can catch tomorrow's stream. I'm sorry. My body shivered with the joy I felt inside me. This was death, the most final of judgments, and it was right before me. The demons howled, screamed, and roared. I worked late, but also this chapter is so good. The roars faded, and my voice started to change. From the voice of a demon back to that of a human. I will say, Ruby, if you ever miss a stream, I do upload all the VODs after I finish the chapter to YouTube. So after I finish Kakashi, or however you say it, Kakashi Hatake from Naruto Shippuden, I do upload them all to YouTube. So every bit of like stuff I've read from chapter 1 to chapter 4, that's all up on YouTube. Good to know, and thank you. No problem. Oh, wait. Did I read that? The roars faded and my voice started to change from the voice of a demon back to that of a human. As a demon I roared, but as a human I sneered. Rika was covered in blood from her neck down. Her blood was pouring out, making a little noise. BRB, no problem. Rika was still staring into my eyes. I stared back at her. I wasn't sure they were still eyes, though. They were no longer human eyes, but the eyes of the dead. Rika. No, Rika's corpse vomited blood from her mouth and nose and smiled. Then, she dropped the knife. She stuck her hands out and turned her palms upward. Her wiggling fingers reminded me of an insect's legs. Those fingers reached for her own throat. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anybody do this before. Because Rika was scratching her own throat. She was ripping her own throat apart. Okay, so this confirms that Tomitake was injected with whatever was in that syringe. Because he did the same thing. Maybe that wasn't a good description. She was trying to rip out the inside of her throat through the opening she'd made with a knife. No, don't describe that. No. Her fingers found the biggest tear. Rika smiled. At least that's what I would have called it if she were alive. How is she moving? What the fuck? She ripped open the tear in one tug. Oh, God. God, man. Oh. I would like to know if it's that, like, graphic in the anime as well, where she's, like, literally ripping her own throat apart. Oh my god. Upon hearing my scream, Rika died and fell on her face. I came back to the Shion scream. Into the pool of blood. I have received pizza. Let's go! That was it. She didn't get up again to show me her throat. I stepped back from Rika Furaday's body and bumped into the wall in the hallway. Oh god, I can't be too loud. My parents are probably, like, getting ready to go to bed. I'm sorry for this bad acting, but you'll have to bear with me. I'm sorry, that was so bad. I roared again in admiration of the ritual dance of dedication of the head of the Faraday family. Joy ran through my body, and my blood rushed through my veins.
勝ったぞ私は勝った打ち勝った
God damn, she is going primal, bro. I then realized I'd disposed of the heads of the three families, the core of the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Everything was finally exposed. The curse of Oyashiro-sama and its masterminds were all exposed. I disposed of the leaders of the three families, who all killed Satoshi-kun. The head of the Sonozaki family died of a heart attack. She was at the bottom of the well along with a wheelchair. I apprehended the head of the Kimiyoshi family. He had continued to tiptoe until he died. The head of the Faraday family died. In a way that was perfect for the final head of the three families of Onigafuchi. So Shion was responsible for both disposing of Kimiyoshi and Rika. Interesting. I did it. I accomplished my mission. I defeated all the masterminds who killed Satoshi-kun with the curse. Everyone! Satoshi-kun, you were powerless. You didn't have the means to fight back. Those evil people simply sneered while they let you die, after marking you as a member of the cursed Hojo family. I will never, ever forgive them. They believed you deserved to die because you were one of the Hojos. As long as it was done by the curse of Oyashiro-sama, they didn't care how you were killed. I will never forgive those people for creating this world. What could I have done to save you, Satoshi-kun? I couldn't save you. Shion Sonozaki couldn't do anything else at the time. If I was Mion, not Shion. If I was Mion that day, I could have saved you. Mion could have saved you. That's right. I remember now. Shion. She said she wanted to eat red snapper sashimi that day. What? Wait, what? I was supposed to eat that. But Shion pouted and cried. That was why I let her switch, just for that night. Wait, what's happening? What? Hi, Shion? You alright? I did it to make her happy, like a big sister would. Don't worry, you're supposed to be confused? Okay, alright. Shion was never treated well, so I felt bad. That was it. I was being a good sister. That was it. Morning came. The world had been turned upside down, and it remained so until today. We weren't twins anymore. The one with the demon was Mion, and the one without the demon was Shion. Oh! I think I'm getting it. The anime cut this big twist out? Really? So, let me just keep reading. Do you get it? Yeah, I think I do get it. I think I do. Don't tell me if I'm right. I'll figure it out. But what I'm thinking is, I don't think that this is Mion. they wouldn't be calling her Shion throughout the whole thing if this was actually Mion. I think it's just they're interchangeable people. Like whoever's crazy, whoever's got this madness infecting them is Mion, and the normal one is Shion. Maybe, I'm not sure. Don't quote me. What was that supposed to mean? Wait, Mom, listen! I'm Mion, not her. You can tell us apart, right, Mom? Look, can't you tell I'm Mion? Wait! Wait, no, I was wrong. She is actually Mion. She is actually the older one. But they got mixed up at birth. She is supposed to be... She's the actual Mion. Wow. What a fucking twist. So this is Mion. Okay. The anime cut this out? Did they really? That's like... This is an important fucking twist. Come on, everyone tell me I'm Mion. I'm Mion. Don't call me Shion. I'm Mion, I am.
その時、私ははっきり悟ったよ。あんたは知っていたんだ。あの夜、親類たちが集まって何をするのか、ただの宴会じゃないって知っていたんだ。
Oh, shut up, Golden. You didn't know that. Don't you come in and be like, I knew this whole time. Shut up. It's like 80 hours condensed into 24 episodes for the first season. You did not call it 8 streams ago. No, you didn't. You're making that up. Oh my goodness.
知らない本当に知らなかったの
You know, actually, if you think about it, it does make sense that Shion... Oh no, I'm gonna get confused. Shion, I'm just gonna keep calling her Shion. Are y'all okay with that? That I just keep calling her Shion? Because I'm just gonna do that. It does make sense that Shion is actually the older one. Because she acts vastly more mature than Mion. Like vastly.
はあ？なわけないでしょ。あんた、あの日だけ嫌にしつこく絡んできたじゃない。タイの刺身なんて食べたことない。食べてみたい。いつもミオンばかりずるい。私にもって。普段ならおとなしく納得するくせに、あの日だけ必要に。
Just call them by the names we know, no worries. It's what everyone else does. Okay, alright, good.
知らないよ。本当に知らなかったの。あんな恐ろしいことになるなんて、思ってたら絶対に言わなかった。はっ、どうだか。あんたはいつも妬んでたじゃない。ミオンばかりいい目にあってずるいって。
Those fucks, yeah. Shion, what?
だから私が気を利かせて、たまに入れ替わってあげてたんじゃない。
Those fucks, yeah.
あんたはそれに満足していなかった。より一層妬んでいったんだ。
Bro, Mion was looking at Shion like...
そしてあの夜の意味を自分だけ知り、私から奪ったんだ。
Oh my god. You know, it's weird because Shion is rightfully mad. Like, truly, honestly.
ミオンを奪ったんだ。ミオンを返せ。私がミオンなんだ。私がその先ミオン。
God damn.
お前はシオンなんだよ、シオン。ミオンを語るな、偽物が。
Yo! No! Mion's imposter. The imposter Among Us. Dude, Among Us has ruined my humor. It has absolutely thrown it in the garbage. Oh my god. I kicked the bars of the cell repeatedly while I roared. Compared to my roar, the metallic noise of the bars sounded like the cry of a little puppy. Is the sound alerts not working again? Oh my god. Dude. Hey, Soldier, welcome. So, Soldier, we just learned a hell of a twist. Like, a hell of a twist. I don't know if you've been here this whole time. But the Shion and Mion that we knew are actually... Shion has supposed to have been Mion this whole time, and Mion is supposed to have been Shion.
Making the mother of all omelets.
Oh, no, it is working. I guess it just took a while. No Armstrong. I want to mention something, but I don't know if anyone can confirm to me that I can mention it by one word. Don't say it just in case. Don't say it just in case. I had been convinced by something so stupid. The tattoo of the demon was just a way of telling us apart. Even without that tattoo, I am Mion. That's right, I am Mion Sonozaki. I gathered my hair and put it in a ponytail with the yellow band that Mion used all the time. So, with how this is going, it really does look like that what happened in Chapter 2, at the end of the Chapter 2, the person we thought that was Mion, Mion really has been in that cell this whole time, and the person we thought was the crazy bitch at the end of Chapter 2, that was Shion. That's the direction this is going. Oh yeah, no worries, I just thought it was at this point, so I'm Googling, but yes, go on. Okay. Since I didn't feel my hair on my neck, I felt like I could think more clearly now. Two Mions looked at each other through the iron bars. According to our sibling rules, this was never to happen. Yes, there was only one Mion and one Shion. There could never be two of either at the same time.
髪をほどけシオン。ミオンは私だ。ミオンはここにいる。お前がミオンじゃない。だから語るな、二度と私を語るな。聞いているのか、シオン。
God damn.
聞こえているのか。聞こえているなら返事をしろ。私に返事を届かせろ。シオン。
God damn. I took myself back on this day. Shion admitted she was Shion.
ミオンであることがこんなにも素晴らしいなんて。
What a fucking twist.
すごいよ。体全体が言うことを聞く。頭の回転が優れた気がする。そうだよ。ミオンは万能なんだ。ミソカスのシオンとは違う。落ちこぼれのくせに下手なミオンのふりなんかしやがって。それが私にとってどれだけむずがゆかったことか。わかるでしょ、あんたになら。
You're not yourself. Eat a Snickers.
シオン。はい。おね。
Oh, fuck. Shion called me sis. And so, I was Mion. Ah! The demon who had been asleep inside of me was finally allowed to wake up. The demon roared, and my whole body shivered to express its joy.
シオン、あんたには罪がある。あんたは今までミオンだった。園崎家の鬼を継ぐミオンという強い立場がありながら、サトシ君を救わなかった、救おうとしなかった。サトシ君を救うための100億の瞬間があったはずなのに、あんたはその全てを見殺しにすることを選んだんだ。
This also explains, guys, this also explains the scene where they're searching for Rika and Satoko, where, this might be a bit of a weird scene for me to remember, but where Mion is like holding the ladder that Keiichi's climbing on, and she suddenly freaks out, calling Satoko like a curse and something that should have never been born or something like that. Because that was actually Shion speaking, not really Mion. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that just hit me. Like, why Mion was going out freaking about how she hates Satoko and how she was a curse upon Satoshi. So this explains that a lot. You're right on. Okay, good.
私は許さない。お前を許さない。お前が私だったらサトシ君を救えていたのに。お前が私を奪いサトシ君を殺したことを私は絶対に許さない。
This is easily the best chapter so far. Very, very, very easily. Shion was shaking on the other side of the bars.
私はお前を殺すだろう。絶対に殺す。サトシ君の胸に見合う殺し方をしてやる。お前を一番残酷に殺す方法が何なのか、今日から毎日考えて過ごしてやる。
Yep, okay, yep. So Mion never did escape that cell. I was thinking Mion somehow escaped that cell, but nope. It's just Shion turned crazy.
シオンは私がそれを思いつくまでのわずかな日々を、いつ殺されるのかどう殺されるのかに怯えながら過ごすがいい。簡単には殺さない。むごたらしく殺す。殺した後はサトシ君と同じ井戸に放り投げてやる。そしてサトシ君にあの世で謝ってこい。
God damn.
それが私を語り続けてきたことへの報いだ。
That's what you get.
報い。お前の罪。うわー
Holy shit, chat. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I needed to at least clean up the kitchen. While I was putting old newspaper on the floor to absorb the blood, the phone rang. I didn't want to answer, but maybe I should. I should answer it and talk to whoever it was.
はい、園崎です。いつもお世話になってるでございます。北条と申しますですわ。
And this makes a lot more sense why she killed Stoko. How long do you think you'll stream, out of curiosity? Probably not gonna finish tonight. I've went on for very long. After this sub-chapter ends and we get to the point where I view the tips, that's probably where I'll cut it. I was thinking maybe I could finish tonight, but yeah, that's obviously not happening. But yeah, this makes a lot more sense why she killed Satoko. I was surprised to hear the Hojo name, but I realized right away that it was Satoko.
Ah!
Shit, I don't remember when the sub-chapter ends. I forgot about those. Yeah, I usually try to end at like a good end point, like when the sub-chapter ends.
サトコ？どうしたの？夜分遅くに申し訳ありませんわね。
One Snicker won't do. We need Mr. Beast to buy all Snickers in 5 Walmarts. True.
うちのリカがお邪魔してませんこと？
Yes. Ever since Satoko Hojo was abandoned, she had been living with Rika Furaday. Of course she'd get suspicious that Rika hadn't returned yet.
あ、来てるよ。あら、まだお邪魔してますの？もう夕飯の時間ですのに。ねえ、サトコ。
No, Shion.
実はね。
No.
今日さ、ちょいとおかずを作りすぎちゃってね。
Shion, she's gone. She's gone. She's in Crazy Town.
リカちゃんにも夕食を振る舞ってるんだよ。そうなんでございますの？サトコも来なよ。
No.
サトコの分もあるからさ。
No.
リカちゃんはもう食べてるよ。
折り買ったら。わかりましたわ。ちょっと片付けをしてから参りますわね。
Shion!
では、ごめん遊ばせ。
She's a child!
うん。待ってるからね。じゃ。
That's an interesting portrait of the phone. Click. Shion, no! Oh my god.
Keiichi! さっきから呼んでるぞ。電話だ。園崎さんから。
Yup. Yup.
園崎さんって、どっち？姉？妹？
そんなのは知らん。
Oh, this phone call makes so much more sense.
自分で出て聞きなさい。
もしもし。ミオンか？シオンか？
私です。
Oh.
シオンです。こんばんは。
シオン！ゆうべは、すまなかった。つい興奮して。
You must have been worried about how I hung up the phone so suddenly last night.
私たちは運命共同体なんです。互いの無事の確認が自分たちの安全の唯一の保証なんです。
ああ、それについては同感だ。
だから私たちは互いの知っている情報を共有する必要があります。高野さんたちみたいな死に方をしないために。
Gulp. I heard Keiichi swallow loudly.
では、昨日の続きを話します。もう怒らないで聞いてくれますよね。
ああ、大丈夫だ。
Keiichi agreed to be quiet and listen. I explained the dangerous situation Keiichi was in once again. Just like how some evil people in the village attacked Takano-san and Tomitake-san. They might attack us any day. It was ironic, of course, that while I was warning him, I was also the one who made sure the curse would fall upon him.
互いに何か気になることがあったら報告し合いましょう。互いの持つ小さな断片を合わせていけば、ひょっとすると高野さんたちを殺した、いいえ、今年の事件に限らない。
It is still, I will say, chat. A quick question, what are the sections of Chapter 5 called? I kind of barreled through. Are you talking about, like, the whole of Chapter 5? Like, what's the title? I trust her. Oh my god. My catchphrase. That really is your catchphrase at this point.
過去の連続事件を解決する鍵が見つかるかもしれません。
The part you stop at? Let me check. I guess it would be just be called this stuff. Miyakashi, or maybe the tips? The days? I guess that's what you'd call it. Let me load this back up. Sorry about that.
過去の連続事件を解決する鍵が見つかるかもしれません。
そうだな。確かにそうだ。
では、まずは言い出した私からいきます。最近、誰かに監視されているような気がします。
I was making this up. I just wanted to realize how urgent the situation was.
と言っても、気のせいかもしれません。
I was trying to mentally prepare myself. Oh, you're good.
でも一応報告します。今は気のせいだと思っていますけど、もしもケイちゃんも同じように誰かに監視されているように感じるなら、これは気のせいじゃないのかもしれませんから。
It's interesting, Chad. I will say this. It's interesting that the first chapter of the answer chapters actually correlates to chapter 2. That's what's interesting me, that it didn't correlate to chapter 1. Because from what I've heard people talk about, that the answer chapters correlate to different chapters from the question chapters. So this is obviously correlating to chapter 2. So that's interesting.
そういうことなら安心しろ。少なくとも俺の方は大丈夫だ。
It seemed like nothing had happened to Keiichi today, at least. Now that the heads of all the three families were gone, it was possible that the curse system had been destroyed entirely. If that was the case, then Keiichi might not be attacked after all. But if there was someone who did want to attack him, that meant part of the system was still alive. In other words, my mission won't be accomplished just yet. Keiichi is like a litmus test in this situation. I know whether or not all my enemies were gone depending on if Keiichi got bitten. He sure is a very useful man. After that, I went along with what Keiichi said. I made sure he was fearful of Mion as well as all of the three families. I explained to him the possibility that the whole village was involved, and that the curse of Oyashiro-sama might be some sort of system. Then I remembered Shion wouldn't know too much about the disappearance of the mayor, so I continued.
私もついさっき聞いたんですが、君吉のおじいちゃんが行方不明になったって本当ですか？
村長さんのことか。なんだシオン、聞いてないのか？
何も知らないです。お父さんが電話でそう話してるのをまた盗み聞いただけですから。
Okay, yeah, oh, I'm convinced. Shion is a god tier actor.
ああ。実はな、昨べ会合の後、家に帰ってこないとかで、ひなみ沢中で大騒ぎになったんだ。村中で探したみたいだけど、まだ見つかったって話は聞かないな。警察も探してるはずなんだけど。
Rika watching this like, damn, you could have been acting this well all along. True.
なんでそんな大事な話を先にしてくれなかったんですか？
悪い。もう知ってると思ってたんだよ。隠す気なんかなかった。
ケイちゃん、私、どうしよ
う。どうした？話せよ。俺たちの間で隠し事はなしだろ？
Yeah, something like that, Keiichi.
ごめん。隠すつもりはなかったんです。ちょっと言うのが前後したっていうか。
俺たちは仲間だろ。怒ったりしないから正直に話せよ。
私、君吉のおじいちゃんに打ち明けたんです。
君吉のじいさんってのはシオンにとって相談できる心安い人なんだろう？
はい。私のこと小さい頃から本当に可愛がってくれて、私 いつも意地悪なことをしてたのに、いつもニコニコと笑って。私の言うことは何でも聞いてくれて。本当に優しい人だったのに。
落ち着けよ、シオン。別に死んでしまったわけじゃないだろ。
No, he's as good as fucked. dude, if you're telling me that Kimiyoshi isn't dead at this point, you are fucking with me. He is an old man that is basically being choked to death. Shion must have been playing that Oblivion Speechcraft minigame for an hour to have this level of acting. I know, right, soldier?
そんな簡単に諦めるなよ。
Keiichi tried to make me feel better, but he had no idea what was actually going on. It really made me laugh.
村長さんに、私、あの晩、最後殿に忍び込んだこと、打ち明けたんです。誰かにそれを見られてて、私たちを狙っている人がいるって。
村長さんは、高野さんたちがまともじゃない死に方をしたのを知ってるのか？
はい。知っていました。あの二人がお社様のたたりで死んだから、私はその怒りを鎮める生贄にされるんじゃないかって。本当に率直に言いました。
ああ。それで？
君吉のおじいちゃん、怒らなかった。そして、にっこり笑って、しおんちゃんがちゃんと反省してるなら、鬼隠しになんかなるものかって。
God damn. You know, chat? I'm gonna give Mion a break. No. Mion's actually not too terrible of a person. And she's actually just moved up my list after this twist. Yeah, I'd say Mion's one of my faves. It's actually Shion that was the evil bitch this whole time.
本当に笑いながら任せなさいって。
Y'all were trolling me earlier. Yeah, man, fuck you. Y'all knew the twist and was just like, no, Mion's okay. Just because she was evil a little bit. When she was never evil. Man, y'all. Man, fuck y'all. I actually got a little sad while saying that. Uncle Kimiyoshi had been so reliable. I was happy when he said that he would protect Shion. I truly was happy. If only he hadn't said anything to insult Satoshi-kun.
私のせいです。
I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. Y'all are good.
私が打ち明けてしまったから。
よせよ、シオン。シオンのせいじゃないよ。
いいえ、私のせいなんです。私が打ち明けてしまったから。君吉のおじいちゃんが知ってしまったから。だから、殺されてしまったに違いないんです。だって、打ち明けてすぐなんですよ。打ち明けて、大丈夫って言ってくれたその晩に消えてしまった。
It was such a strange feeling. I wasn't upset at all. But as I pretend to be upset and mutter words of prayer for Kimiyoshi's safety, I start to feel that emotion growing inside me. I do think that is, like, a part of acting, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have been trying to use, like, my streaming of visual novels as, like, kind of a chance to try and voice act. That's, like, with Vishion, even though I've probably not been doing too good of a job. I've been trying to voice act some of her lines, and you really, like, when you try to act out a certain emotion, you do start to actually, like, feel that emotion. It's a weird phenomenon, honestly. Like you do, like you honestly do start to feel like you're a part of it. Like that is actually what you're experiencing right now. It's a weird acting thing. I was only pretending to be distressed for Keiichi. Yet the emotion I feigned began welling up inside me. It felt like I was being consumed by that emotion. So the words coming from my mouth weren't words I intentionally said. They were words that consuming emotion forced me to say. It was like someone else inside of me was doing the talking instead. And I was just watching that someone talk from a short distance away.
話すんじゃなかった。これは全部私たち4人のトガだったはず。他人に話してはいけないことだったんです。話したから殺されてしまった。知ったから殺されてしまった。打ち明けたから殺されてしまった。
おい待てよ。そんな奴なら打ち明けた村長を殺す前にお前から先に殺すに決まってるじゃないか。順番が違うよ。殺されるなら俺かシオンが先。他の奴らが先に死んだりするものか。順番は
あります。私たちを一番最後に殺すつもりに違いないんです。
は？なんだって？
Oh, guys, okay, something I haven't been thinking about. I had to take that sip of water because my throat was getting dry. But something I hadn't thought about, the reason why Mion, or, you know, Shion, quote-unquote, in the cell was, like, crying for Keiichi and was, like, really distressed about him being tortured by Mion, or quote-unquote Mion, is because that was actually Mion, and we already know by this point that Mion really loves Keiichi. Like, she really likes him. So that makes that make a lot more sense as well. Because, I mean, Shion's never really been, like, attracted to Keiichi, like, let's be real.
人思いに殺さないで、親しい人たちから順々に殺していって、散々悲しい思いをさせた後に殺す。そういう狙いに違いないんです。
What I just said scared even me. Killing our loved ones first to harm us emotionally, and then only kill us at the height of our suffering. I felt something crawling up my spine. That's awesome. It's an awesome idea. I must not be human anymore. I really am a demon. A human could never think of such cruel things. That would be one incredible hell. Your close friends dying one at a time after being tortured. And after all that, you yourself get killed. What a great way to destroy someone's life. Why was I getting so excited about this? Because I can get going with that plan right away.
Rikaちゃんだ。
え？今なんて言ったんですか？
俺も実は打ち明けたんだ。リカちゃんに今日。
リカちゃんってリカちゃまのことですか？フルデ神社のリカちゃま？
そうだよ、リカちゃんだよ。俺もどうしようもなく不安で打ち明けたんだ。
いいよ。
リカちゃんに。
そうしたらリカちゃまはなんて？
猫さんの心配しすぎなのです。僕がきっと何とかしてあげますですよ。で、リカちゃんはそう言って。ごめんシオン。俺ちょっとリカちゃんのことが心配になっちゃって。
あ、はい、そ そんなに心配でしたらぜひ電話を。安否を確認してみてください。
Oh, that's fucking cruel. Oh, that is so cruel.
ああ、そうさせてもらう。
また明日もこのくらいの時間に連絡します。
Oh, that's cruel.
それをもって私の安否確認としてください。
わかった。待ってる。じゃあな。すまん。切るぞ。
Keiichi hung up roughly. What a hilarious conversation with Keiichi. Everything was just too damn funny. Keiichi Maibara. Go ahead and struggle hopelessly. Run all over the village and see if the curse is still alive. Go ahead and see if my enemies are still around. I laughed for a while, and then calmed down. I'd already got rid of the bicycles and shoes belonging to Rika and Satoko. My house was, for the moment, taken care of. I could expect Keiichi to run around in a panic, to ask for help from someone, and then ultimately come to me on. More than likely, the youth group would end up looking for Rika like they did with the mayor. I'd probably have to endure another long night again, knowing nobody would find her. I decided to wait until the phone rang. I killed time by watching TV until it did. Jesus.
ケイちゃん、本気で言ってんの？もし冗談だったらかなり怒るよ。
I scolded Keiichi for suspecting that Rika had disappeared.
みーちゃん、本当に冗談だったなら怒るんじゃなく笑おうよ。だって冗談なんだから。私たちはそれが冗談であることを確かめなくちゃいけない。
そうだね。機嫌の悪そうなことを言ってごめん。
Reina rebuked me. While she looked quiet, I felt that she could be very terrifying under her skin. I had no basis for that impression, but I still felt that way. I just didn't like her. I had disliked her ever since that rainy day at the bus stop. It wasn't that we didn't get along, though. How should I put it? I was at a loss for how to explain. I trust Reina. That was it. I found a good example. When I was little, I always wanted to play tennis. I had my relatives take me to a tennis court, and they all praised my skill. I was doing nothing more than hitting a ball with a racket. But they told me I was talented, and that made me happy. When I went to school, I told my classmates I played tennis, and they told me that I was talented too. Then, one of my classmates, who was usually very quiet, said she also played tennis. Not only did she play, but she took lessons. Although I'd bragged about my serve, I was no match for her. I felt lonely and insulted that everyone was paying attention to her and not me. She was usually very quiet, but suddenly, I realized that she knew more and had a lot more experience than me. Reina at the bus stop was just like that. I thought of myself as a demon now. I'd awakened a part of me that was half human and half demon, the part that lived in Onigafuchi village. In fact, I'd already stepped into a world where normal humans couldn't go. I'd already surpassed my human limits. I genuinely thought of myself as a superior being, having transcended the realm of mortals. But when my eyes met with Reina Ryugu's, I felt what I did long ago with tennis. Why? Why did I feel that way with Reina? I'd heard that in the animal world, during battle, animals glare at each other to display their strength. Only humans have to punch or kick each other to feel superiority or inferiority. Most animals can tell just by glaring at each other. In that case, could it be the same with Reina?
みーちゃん、大丈夫？
ああ、ごめん。ほらさ、昨日から寝不足で。ごめん。
Keiichi climbed up a ladder and tried to peek into the window on the second floor where Rika and Satoko lived. It was my job to hold down the ladder. Reina cautioned me to hold on to it tightly.
みーちゃん、私念のため本宅の方も見てくるね。すぐ戻るから。
ごめん。よろしく。
Reina ran off after that. When I looked up, I saw Keiichi trying to open a window, but all of them were locked.
本宅ってなんだ？
Keiichi asked me from the top of the ladder.
古出家の本当の家だよ。両親が亡くなって以来、ずっと放置してあるそうだけど。
あ、そうか。リカちゃんのご両親って亡くなってるんだよな。
聡子も親はいないよ。お社様のたたりってことで、両親が崖から落っこちてね。お兄さんだったサトシ君もいなくなっちゃって。
サトシって前に聞いた名前だな。
He'd heard the name before? I felt anger growing inside of me. Don't you know whose desk you're using every day? You act as if it belongs to you. You drop food on it while eating lunch. You drool on it while taking a nap. Don't you know who it really belongs to? Why am I acting this way? I'm Mion. Satoshi-kun doesn't even exist anymore. He was demoned away. It's hardly Keiichi's fault that he didn't know. It really isn't his fault.
聡子はリカちゃんと一緒にこの小屋で暮らしてるんだよ。互いに身寄りのない一人ぼっち同士。助け合ってね。
本宅って言ったか？そっちで暮らした方が楽だろうに。
はじめはそうしてたみたい。でも、両親を思い出すから辛いって言って。
After everyone in Satoko's family died, she started living with Rika. It only made sense. Satoko and Rika were best friends. They didn't care about the Hojo family or the Furaday family. They had been best friends since before the dam conflict. The reason why the curse never fell upon Satoko. Rika Furaday probably had a lot to do with it. That made more sense than anything else, at least. Satoko was pardoned from the curse of the Hojo family. All thanks to Rika Furaday's arrangements. Satoko had never been a victim on the night of Watanagashi. According to the curse system I'd uncovered, the last survivor of the Hojo family still living in Hinamizawa would be the perfect target for this year's curse. Therefore, whoever was responsible for executing the curse must have tried to take her life. However, nothing happened to her, proving that Satoko had escaped from the curse. That was really and truly infuriating. Dropping a high as I settled down for bed. No problem, sugar. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you have a good night, and I really appreciate you dropping by. I'm doing pretty good. We have witnessed some fucked up shit, though. She might have been the head of the Faraday family, but I still couldn't accept that such a little girl had enough power to protect her best friend. This is still Chapter 5, right? Yeah. Chapter 5 is kind of lengthy. Mion. No, actually Shion. Shion must have had the same power then. Just like Rika protected Satoko, Shion could have protected Satoshi. damn it.
リカちゃんも、サトコも、大変なんだな。
Uh-oh. Oh, that was not the thing to say, Keiichi.
呪われてるんだよ。
え？ミオン、お前今、なんて言った？
呪われてるって言ったの。
ミオン、お前、なんて顔してんだよ。
北条里子はね、お社様のたたりを一身に受けた呪われた子なの。
I can't accept that Satoko was pardoned from the curse, although she was a member of the cursed Hojo family. She was one of the cursed Hojos. Satoshi-kun wasn't pardoned, but Satoko was. She was cursed, but she got away. She escaped the curse, but Satoshi-kun didn't. I can't accept that. In fact, Satoko should have been the one to be cursed the most. She cornered Satoshi-kun physically and emotionally. That was why things got weirder and weirder, and in the end, everything went crazy. When I think back on it, it was Satoko who I hated most of all. She cornered Satoshi-kun. And as a result, Satoshi-kun disappeared. Why is this all stars? What the hell? She started it. She caused it. If only she hadn't been there. Just as Rika Faraday and Satoko lived happily together, maybe there had been a happy future for me too. Maybe Satoshi-kun and I could have started our lives together in Okinomiya. Yes, if I look at both the beginning and the end, it's so obvious. Satoko's existence caused everything. Satoshi-kun had to kill his aunt because of Satoko. The three families used that need to create the curse, and then they killed them. The police were convinced he just ran away, but he'd never do that. He was the type of person who always did his best at everything. All by himself. He was doing the very best he could for his only sister, yet he was forced to vanish. He worked so hard for Satoko. And though he was living just for her, he was erased. Poor Satoshi-kun. He was so underappreciated. That girl knew no gratitude. She was cursed. If you got near her, you'd meet the same fate. You'd be cursed to die. Or disappear. That really was it. She was the main cause behind it all. She wormed her way into Rika Faraday's good graces, and that was why the curse fell upon Satoshi-kun. She should have died first. Then Satoshi-kun would still be alive. If he was alive, I could have done something for him. I can't forgive her. I can't forgive Satoko. I can't forgive that girl. There can be no peace with her. There can be no peace. She was the perfect target for the curse of 1983. The curse of Oyashiro-sama. Rika Faraday, the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. Rika was dead. The reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama had died. There was no more god in Hinamizawa to deliver the curse. I'm the one who has to deliver it now. I am Mion Sonozaki, the head of the Sonozaki family, one of the three families of Onigafuchi. Now that all the heads of the three families are gone, there is nobody to surpass me. I will deliver the curse of Oyashiro-sama and nobody else. I'll deliver it. I am the curse. I have become Oyashiro-sama. God damn, Shion. Jesus Christ. I felt hot bubbles boiling over deep inside of me. I could tell that the demon inside of me wanted to roar. I noticed Keiichi was looking down at me. Calm down, Mion. You can't tell what you're thinking. Calm down. Calm down. At that point, I heard footsteps coming closer. I saw 4 or 5 adults accompanied by Reina running towards us with flashlights in their hands. One of them opened the lock on the cabin door and we all went inside. Of course, there was nobody there. Satoko and Rika lived alone. I doubted Satoko would have left a note saying she was going over to the Sonozaki house when Rika was there already. But it wouldn't be fun if she had. Because of that, I hurried into the room ahead of Reina to make sure there was nothing left behind. The rumor of Rika's and Satoko's disappearance spread around the village quickly. More and more villagers gathered at the Furide shrine. Acting in place of the head of the Sonozaki family, I commanded them to search the village. The villagers nodded and scattered. How long had it been since the last time I was truly Mion? I felt so pleased that my body almost went numb. Lots of villagers went in and out of the shrine. They yelled at each other that she was nowhere to be found. Some suggested other places to look and they all left. They made a lot of noise with their comings and goings. Members of the Women's Association brought out huge pots and gas cookers from the storage and got ready to cook for the men. That was when I noticed Keiichi unsteadily walking toward a copse of dark pine trees. What was he thinking? How stupid of him to be alone on a night like this. If a person responsible for executing the curse was nearby, he wouldn't come back safely.
ミオンちゃん、お茶が池の方もぐるっと探したけど全然ダメだね。池の中も照らしたけど明るくなんないとわかんないよ。
ありがとうございます。婦人部の皆さんがお味噌汁を作ってくれてますので、召し上がって休んでください。
ミオンちゃん、あの二人って自転車どこに止めてたんか知ってるかい？
さあ、多分境内の階段の下じゃないかな。まさかあの階段を担いで上がったりはしないでしょう。
ないんだよね、二人の自転車がさ。どこかに行っちゃったんだろうかね。
自転車で遊びに行ったなら遠くかもしれんな。町か。
だとするとひなみ沢の中にはいないんかもしれんな。
そういえばリカちゃまがいなくなったってのは誰が最初に気づいたんだ？
ああ、ケイちゃんだけど、急に虫が知らせたんだとか。
前原屋敷のせがれさんか。なんや怪しいな。
そういえば前原家は来てないのか、この一大事の時に。
前原家は町会未加入だから青年団の連絡網に入ってないんよ。
なあ、すったらんしょうがな。
あれ入ったろ町会。あれさね、連絡網に名前が載ってないだけんと違う？連絡網新年に作ったきりやんね。途中から越してきたから載ってない。
前原のせがれさんの虫の知らせってのがどうもな。
第一発見者が一等怪しい言うやんね。そのせがれはどこ行ったんかいね。
さっき松林の方にふらふら行くのを見たよ。誰か呼んでくる？
Conveniently, I saw Keiichi and Reina walking back towards us.
ケイちゃん、どこ行ってたんだよ。ケイちゃんまでいなくなったのかと心配したよ。
すまん。
It looked like nothing had happened to Keiichi. If so, that's fine. That means I took care of all my enemies.
おやおやおや。
My man! おいしい。
美味しい匂いが漂ってくると思ったら、これはぜひご評判に預かりたいですね。
I heard the loud, sticky voice of a middle-aged man. It was Oishi. He must be confused about this year's incident. The scale of the curse this time is nothing like the previous ones. Oishi's information network is about equal to or better than that of the elders on the town council. In other words, he could easily uncover a rumor that was circulating through the underside of the village. He must have came here to see if the disappearances of Kimiyoshi and Rika had anything to do with the changing of the lock on the ritual storehouse's door. The police will come for me sooner or later. I am Mion Sonozaki. By removing all of the heads of the three families, my enemies, I have become the head in their place. I can't allow Mion Sonozaki to continue existing. I'll have to destroy the existence of the head of the Sonozaki family. When I destroy my own position, that is when my revenge will come to an end. More than likely, I'll have Oishi witness my final moments. My eyes and Oishi's met. Damn it. He thinks I'm suspicious already. You're right, Oishi. I did it. Mion Sonozaki, the head of the Sonozaki family, is the culprit. Damn. Holy shit, dude. This subchapter went fucking crazy. Like, crazy. Oh my god. Alright, let's read these tips. Notebook page 195. Rika Faraday. She was the head of the Faraday family, but she never even appeared at the most important meetings. Even if she did show up, nobody would ask for her opinion, so it never really mattered if she was there or not. A legend in the Faraday family says that if their firstborn child is a girl for 8 generations in a row, that 8th girl would be the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. According to Takano-san's research, Rika Faraday is very likely to be the one. Surely she must be an important icon in the cult of Oyashiro-sama. The true believers are devoted to her. So it's quite surprising to me that Rika Faraday herself was the assassin. It's unbelievable. It's just too abnormal. Usually a VIP like her wouldn't be the one to assassinate someone. It's possible that it was a Rika Faraday look-alike. From the way she moved, she seemed experienced in fighting. It's not normal that a small girl like her would jump me without faltering. I just got lucky because I had a stun gun. Without it, I don't know what would have happened. She was far more skilled than she looked. Was she trained as an assassin? Or was it a body double? Everything is a mystery, including that creepy syringe. What's going on? I can't understand. She was like an apparition or something. Did Oryu Sonozaki know of her existence? What is hiding on the underside of this village? That underside might run much deeper than I thought. So did Rika kill Takano and Tomitake? She very well might have killed Tomitake, like very likely, because of her connection with the syringe. It's very likely. And now 196. At this point, I believe that I can complete my revenge by destroying the curse system entirely. That means that I have to eliminate the heads of all 3 families. The successor, Shion, and the assassins who are after Keiichi. Although Keiichi is completely unguarded, he hasn't been attacked so far. even though I told everybody that he was one of the trespassers. In fact, it's me who's being attacked. Rika Faraday attacked me. According to my theory, Keiichi should make for very attractive bait. But nobody has done anything to harm him. Since Rika Faraday attacked me, it might be that opposing the Faraday family is a greater taboo than trespassing in the ritual storehouse. Rika Faraday had said that intrusion wasn't a big deal. She sounded like she was going to let Keiichi walk. And after I accused her of that, Rika Faraday attacked me that very night. Are there two different factions? Does one handle trespassers in the ritual storehouse, while the other protects the religious doctrines of the Faraday family? No, that doesn't make sense. Tomitake-san's death must have been caused by the Faraday family's injections. Rika showed me the effect of it herself, clawing out her own throat and dying like that. But Tomitake-san shouldn't have been subject to the curse, at least according to the system of the Faraday family. I don't understand why Keiichi hasn't been attacked. Did he have something exempting him from the curse, unlike Takano-san? Just like how only Satoko Hojo was spared? Keiichi is a friend of Rika Furaday's. So, does that mean that if you were close to her, you wouldn't be cursed? Was she more important than the whole system? It's impossible. The hag was at the top of the curse system. Rika couldn't have been higher up than her. Scribble, scribble. Are there multiple ways to determine the subject of the curse? Are there as many curse execution groups as there are subjects? And do they all work separately? It's a mess. None of my theories add up. If I mess up my reasoning, I might make the wrong person the target of my revenge. I don't understand who the enemy is, or how Satoshi-kun was made to disappear. How much did the hag know? That really was a huge loss. I have so many things I wanted to ask her. I killed her by accident. Shit. In that respect, I've already failed in my revenge. The underside of Hinamizawa really does run too deep. Scribble, scribble. The whole page is blacked out with scribbles. Huh. Okay. Well, chat, on that note, we are going to close off there. God damn. That was wild. That was absolutely wild. But before you go, we are going to raid someone. We'll raid Ark. Ark's not streamed in a while, and I'm wanting to watch a stream anyway, so yep. Okay, gold. Raid Arcanum VT. And this is the raid message. Shit. Buried of all time. And then let me do this. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Oh, thank you, Sugar. I'll see y'all later. I hope everyone has a good one. And oh, wait. Oh, here's the raid message. Before I forget, here's the raid message. But yeah. I'll see you guys later. Hope y'all have a good day, and bye-bye.
Flew up there for vacation, but my oh hello.